Hello everyone, and welcome to an exciting journey into the psychology of love. Have you ever wondered why sometimes taking a step back can cause someone to suddenly change their attitude, from indifference to desire, from distance to pursuit? Is this a paradox of love, or are there deeper psychological principles at play that we haven't fully explored? In today's video, we'll unveil the secrets behind this phenomenon. We'll delve into the intricacies of human psychology, understanding why distance can spark desire, and how you can use this knowledge intelligently and subtly to attract that special someone back to you. If you find this content helpful, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you won't miss any new videos from my channel. We'll explore many more fascinating secrets about love and relationships in future videos. Don't miss this video if you want to gain a deeper understanding of the captivating psychological games in love and learn how to master them to build strong and happy relationships. Let's embark on this journey of discovery together. Have you ever wondered why some guys seem to effortlessly attract women while others are completely overlooked? Is there a secret, a magic formula they possess? The truth is, there is. And it's the complete opposite of what you often see in movies. We're often taught that to win a girl's heart, you have to do everything for her. You have to overcome all obstacles, be her knight in shining armor, and cater to her every whim. But in reality, these actions often lead to a disappointing outcome. You get relegated to the friend zone, that safe space of friendship where you're a good guy, a shoulder to lean on, but nothing more. Meanwhile, guys who appear aloof, indifferent, even a bit bad boyish seem to have a magnetic pull on women. Why is that? The answer lies in the primal hunting instinct of women. They desire a high-value man, someone with goals and passions that extend beyond pursuing them. This unavailability sends a powerful signal that this guy isn't dependent on their attention and has other options. This triggers a woman's innate desire for a challenge. They're drawn to the thrill of pursuing someone who seems slightly out of reach. They want to prove their worth, to be the special one who can capture his heart. So what's the lesson here? Don't try to be the perfect guy who's always available and willing to do anything for the girl you like. Focus on self-improvement, pursue your own passions and goals. Show confidence and independence and let her see that you're a man of value, someone worth pursuing. That's the real secret to becoming attractive and captivating to women. A guy who's always available, constantly dedicating his time and energy to a girl, inadvertently triggers a completely opposite psychological response. In her eyes, he's no longer an attractive man, but rather a mediocre, easily swayed individual who can be replaced at any moment. There's a saying that goes, if you treat her like a celebrity, she'll treat you like a fan. Unfortunately, many guys don't understand this and treat the girl like a star. They can't wait to show off how kind and sweet they are, or they constantly message her on Instagram, only to later complain about how women are confusing and why bad boys always get the girls. The truth is, whether it's a bad boy, a player, or any other archetype, attractive men share one thing in common. They focus on themselves and maintain a strong frame in their relationships with women. So what does holding frame mean? It's the ability to establish and maintain your own principles, values, and boundaries so that others respect and adhere to them. It's about leadership, taking charge, and not getting caught up in emotional games. Sadly, this is something many nice guys often lack. Women often test men to see if they are truly strong and have a solid frame. They might deliberately create awkward situations or even pick fights to gauge your reaction. A man with a strong frame won't be easily provoked or drawn into pointless arguments. He might chuckle or simply ignore their nonsense, demonstrating his emotional control and strength. Never let yourself become too accommodating or dependent on someone. Maintain a bit of mystery, a bit of unpredictability. Always stay focused on your own goals and values, and you'll find yourself becoming more attractive than ever. Next, when you stop pursuing them, it can strongly stimulate their ego and lead to a series of unexpected psychological reactions and questions. Your sudden withdrawal from the game leaves them feeling confused, off balance, and unable to stop wondering, why did he stop? Did I do something wrong? Has he found someone better than me? The silence and distance you create trigger a sense of insecurity in them, a fear that they might be losing something valuable. Instead of feeling secure, knowing that you are always there, they now face a new reality. They are no longer the center of your attention. Their mind will automatically start imagining countless scenarios. They may think you've found someone new, or that you've realized your worth and no longer want to waste time on an ambiguous relationship. These questions keep circling in their head, making them think about you constantly. For example, a girl who is used to receiving your morning messages every day suddenly feels empty when her phone no longer buzzes with those familiar texts. She wonders, what is he doing? Why isn't he texting me anymore? This might cause her to pay more attention to you, gradually realizing your absence in her daily life. She will feel restless, curious, and start looking for signs of you, hoping to find answers for your sudden disappearance. Similarly, a guy who is used to you always being the one to call first and show care might suddenly feel lost when he no longer receives that attention. He begins to ask himself, has she changed? Did I do something to upset her? Gradually, he feels a strong urge to understand the reason behind it, which might increase his interest in you, even prompting him to take the initiative to reconnect. The distance you create is not just silence. It is a challenge to their ego. They will start questioning their value in your eyes, trying to make sense of what is happening, and they may even reevaluate the relationship between the two of you. In doing so, you create a reverse attraction, pulling them back toward you more powerfully than ever before. When you decide to stop pursuing and create distance, that is when they begin to truly feel your value. The distance you create is not just silence or a lack of attention. It is like a mirror reflecting back to them, forcing them to confront feelings of loneliness and emptiness, and the absence of what they once took for granted. In those moments, they start to realize that your presence was not just familiarity, but an irreplaceable part of their life. For example, a girlfriend who was used to you always being there to listen to her small, everyday stories, from work worries to random anecdotes, suddenly feels the void when you stop reaching out. Every evening, she knew there was someone willing to spend time comforting, sharing, and encouraging her. But when you no longer call, no longer send those regular check-in messages, she begins to feel as though a familiar part of her day is missing. At first, she may not notice much, thinking it's just a minor change, but gradually, your silence becomes more noticeable. Whenever something happy or sad happens, she realizes there is no one to share it with immediately, and a sense of emptiness and loneliness slowly creeps in. Similarly, a boyfriend who was accustomed to your regular care and concern will also feel a significant difference when you stop pursuing him. He might have always received messages of encouragement, inquiries about his health, or small acts of kindness that he had gradually come to take for granted. But when you create distance, he starts to feel a lack and emptiness that cannot be easily filled. During times of exhaustion or work stress, he realizes there is no longer anyone sending a word of encouragement, no one reminding him to take care of himself. Your absence makes him realize that the attention you gave was not just a habit, but something that made him feel safe and loved. The distance you create makes them feel lost in their daily lives, and only then do they truly understand how important your presence was. In their solitude, they recognize your value, a value they had never fully understood before. When you stop pursuing them, an interesting thing often happens. They begin to reminisce about the memories the two of you once shared. Those memories, whether big or small, start to naturally surface in their minds, like gentle waves rippling across a lake, leaving an indelible mark. The quiet evening walks under the city lights, the times you both laughed while watching a comedy movie, or even the simple, silent moments sitting together in peace. All these become more vivid when you're no longer by their side. Perhaps they will recall an autumn afternoon when you walked together through a park, leaves falling all around, and you told them a childhood story that made them burst into laughter. Such simple memories, seemingly harmless, carry incredible power. When you no longer reach out or try to be near them, these memories, like seeds sown in their hearts, begin to sprout and grow. These moments are no longer the obvious things they can overlook. They become spiritual treasures, things that make them reflect and feel regret. When you step back and are no longer present in their lives as you used to be, they have the time and space to look back on what they have lost. Your absence, your silence, is like a void that highlights what once existed between you two. They will remember the times you listened and understood, the moments you encouraged them to overcome difficulties, or simply how you smiled when you met them after a long day. Each time they think back on these things, feelings of regret and longing will gradually overshadow the temporary comfort they felt when you stopped clinging. Memories are not something easily forgotten, especially when they are tied to genuine and deep emotions. When you stop pursuing, you create distance, but that distance also makes them realize the true value of what they once had with you. That is when they start to think about you more, reflect on what happened, and sometimes wonder if they truly want to lose you forever. When you stop caring about them, a natural reaction often occurs in their mind. They begin to think that perhaps you have found someone better than them. This thought is filled with insecurity and anxiety, because no longer receiving your attention makes them feel empty and lost. They start to wonder if you have shifted your interest to someone else, someone you consider more deserving, more attractive, or simply someone who brings you more joy than they ever did. This speculation begins to invade their thoughts, making it impossible for them to stop thinking about you and feeling regret for what they have lost. This regret can be so profound that it drives them to act on instinct to win you back. They feel as though they are on the verge of losing something precious, something they previously took for granted and did not worry much about. Now, when you are no longer pursuing or caring about them, they realize just how much your attention and affection once gave them a sense of safety and being loved. They recognize that your presence, your messages, calls, and small acts of care were an important part of their life. From there, a feeling of urgency begins to grow in them. They feel the need to do something to win you back, to conquer you once again. This is like a natural human reflex when faced with losing something important. They begin to think about how they might attract your attention again, maybe by sending a message to check in, suggesting a meeting, or even showing some change to prove to you that they are more deserving of your attention than anyone else. They may try to find out what you are doing, who you are seeing, and this feeling sometimes even makes them feel jealous and tense. In these situations, their psychology is often influenced by fear of loss and wounded pride. They feel that if you have found someone better, it means they have failed to keep you by their side. This not only causes them emotional pain, but also drives them to want to correct their mistakes and prove that they are still the best person for you. Regret not only makes them remember the beautiful memories between the two of you, but also pushes them to be determined to regain your attention, hoping they might start over again. As we've explored throughout this video, sometimes giving someone space is the most powerful way to make them truly realize your worth. When you decide to step back and create distance, it provides a unique opportunity for them to reflect on what they are missing, what they may have taken for granted, and just how important your presence was in their life. It's a gentle reminder that absence can indeed make the heart grow fonder, helping them see with new clarity the value you bring to their world. By creating that distance, you're not only giving them a chance to understand their true feelings, but also empowering yourself to reclaim your own strength and independence. It's a process that can transform both sides of the relationship, leading to deeper realizations, renewed connections, or even healthier boundaries. Remember, your worth is never defined by another person's presence or absence, but by the strength, love, and respect you hold for yourself. If this resonates with you, take it as a sign to trust the process, embrace your value, and give yourself the respect you deserve. Let them come back when they're ready, if they're meant to, knowing that you have not compromised on your own needs and well-being. Thank you for joining us on this journey of self-discovery, growth, and understanding. If you found these insights valuable, please give this video a thumbs up. Share it with others who might need to hear this message, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We've got so much more in store to help you navigate the complexities of relationships, self-love, and personal empowerment. Let's continue to explore these fascinating dynamics of human connections together. And remember, the power to shape your story is always in your hands. Stay strong, stay confident, and never forget that you are deserving of the best love, starting with the love you give to yourself. Until next time, take care, cherish yourself, and always keep shining. Your journey is just beginning, and the best is yet to come.